Hello, I am Casey Stangl. I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview with you. A little bit about myself. I am a military kid, so I have obviously grown up around many different environments and communities and cultures. I have been fascinated with news and social media since I was in middle school. My parents kind of taught me that it's good to be informed about the news and what's going on in the world, so I've kind of just established myself as knowledgeable about the news, and it's kind of carried me to a PR career. Um, One of the reasons I'm interested in this company is because Spates Industries' emphasis on the environment. A lot of companies talk about, oh, the environment's really good, it's really important, which I obviously agree with, but they don't really do anything with that, with those values or anything. So, one of the things I was really interested in with Spates Industries is that you guys actually work with the environment and try to establish it as a better world for future residents, because this is the only Earth that we have. So it's very important to me and obviously to Space Industries that we keep it running well. Um, I also like that Space Industries has an emphasis on diversity. Again, going back to the military aspect. Um, I enjoy working with diverse groups. I don't really like when we're all the same people in a working place because that doesn't generate very many new ideas. So when you have multiple people from different backgrounds or different races or different sexual orientations, I think that leads to new perspective, which eventually leads to new ideas. So where I would fit with Space Industries, I think I could become a really good leader for two reasons. Because of our shared values. When I was reading through the background of Space Industries, I realized that we have a lot of the same values, like the honor and integrity, stuff like that. My dad being in the military, that is very important to me. He always taught me to not lie, and my word was as good as anything. So I've kind of grown up with that. And again, the diverse community, I really enjoy working with diverse communities because I think they're very successful companies. Um, so, my biggest weakness, I think, would be adjusting to new places. Kind of ironic that I'm a military kid and don't adjust well to new places. This kind of hurts me at the beginning when I'm coming to a company for the first time or the first couple of weeks. I think that it is hard for me to kind of get to know people right away. However, once I get comfortable with people and start working with them and all that, it usually works itself out, and I usually end up meshing really well with the company and employees. The reason I think you should hire me is my work ethic. I will work harder than anybody in that company to finish tasks, to finish orientation first, all that kind of stuff. I personally like to win, so I kind of use my job as a competition, not in any rude or like jerk way, kind of, but I really enjoy it. Like, I would want my group to finish first and have the best idea, just being the best in anything that I do. Um, I will also uphold the values of respecting individuals, striving for excellence every day, and acting with integrity and honor. Those values are incredibly important to me, and I think since we have those shared values between worker and employee, that we can really mesh together and form a really good relationship. Uh, the three the three words I would describe myself as a leader. The first one would be ordinary, and you generally don't really want a leader to be ordinary, but what I mean by that is I don't really want to stand out in a crowd or kind of be looked at as a leader per se. Um, I kind of want to just be the guy who happens to be leading people because I like to work through example rather than words, which I think is really important. I don't want to yell at somebody and then be doing something else just because I'm the leader. So I want to be a ordinary leader, and through that I think that would be really good. I'm also perseverant, again, with my work ethic and all that. I will never give up on an employee or a project or anything like that. And I think that is incredibly important for leaders, because I think leaders have this big vision and then they kind of give up on it. So I think staying true to your word and staying true to what you want to accomplish as a leader is really important. And the last word I would use would be approachable. Kind of tying back to the ordinary thing. I want to be, I obviously don't want to be equals with my employees because I'm the leader and I need to establish a kind of hierarchy almost. But I want to I want employees to be able to come into my office without being scared or nervous when they mess up or have questions, because I don't want to create a divide between my workers and employees and stuff like that. So I think being approachable and having an open door policy is very important and will help me grow as a leader, because I'll get new ideas from employees and all that kind of stuff. So with Spates Industries, where I see myself in a year, I don't really have any 1 year goals really per se. That's not really very long for me, but I think it is a point in time where a lot of employees decide if they're going to stay at a company long term or not. So I think what I would say is I want to be comfortable and like in tune and with kind of together with Spates Industries. I think with the values and attitudes towards life that Spates Industries has, I think that'll be accomplished, but I don't really have any long-term or job goals at year one per se. With, on the other hand, a 5 year program kind of for me, I would definitely want to be a leader by then. I think if I stay at the company, which it's seeming like I will if I get the job, 5 years will be a good benchmark for me to be a leader or a reliable manager or somebody that the higher-ups kind of look at to accomplish tasks. I really like being relied on, so I think once I get to that point in the company, I will be able to do that at 5 years. And what I kind of bring to the table, so I don't bring any exact work experience. Spates Industries would be the first job I had out of college, so I don't have any direct like work experience per se, but I do have, and I did have an internship with Missouri State when I was in college. I ran, or I helped run their social media accounts. So I think that was really important for me to do because it showed I was with a group that was PR minded for the first time. All the other group projects I had with classes were like different majors working together, so stuff like that. But this internship was the very first time I was working with kind of my academic peers. So that was really important for me, and I think that helped me kind of get ready for being in the PR world for a while. Thank you again for allowing me to interview with you guys, and I hope I can be working with Spates Industries for a while. Thank you, and I look forward to you getting back to me. Have a good day.